For this week's TV News Package video, I was fortunate enough to get an interview with Matt Glaseman, local city economic developer down at St. Cloud City Hall, and I was fortunate enough to get a tour of Coburn Plaza Apartments dealing with the Coburn Plaza retail developments.
It finally seems like after a couple of years now that it seemed like the plaza was set. Everything was finally in retail-wise, and I know I asked this question to Brian too, and I got his answer from it too. And this was a campus question too. It seems like the plaza itself is starting to fill from a student body perspective, from an outside renter's perspective to the vision. When the vision was in place, did you guys have a certain timetable when you thought everything would be complete? And if that is that timetable being met, or did it get delayed a little bit? If that makes sense.
Early on, we did the community visioning, and we had a broad list of uses that we wanted in the facility. But really, there was then the approval that the city council gave, and that was set in place a 5-year approval to fill up and occupy the storefronts. And that's essentially where we are today.
Okay.
We're just meeting the end of that threshold.
Okay, perfect, awesome. Kind of a fun question for you a little bit, and this is kind of myself. I know the Coburn's used to have a store right on that property, and that was before my time, but I remember it a long time ago. Chris Coburn, my family has ties with Coburn, so I was able to meet him once. But when you guys envision it, since Coburn's is such a big company throughout St. Cloud and has St. Cloud ties, I guess as an economic development, as a city, I don't know if you know the answer or not, why did they choose, did you guys reach out to Chris Coburn? Did you reach out to Coburn's to continue on that property? Because I know from what I was told, he put forth some funds for the property itself. Was that a choice since it was his property beforehand, or how did that exactly work? I guess, from this perspective?
Well, it was really a mutual decision, obviously led by the Coburns as a company, though, as they saw their market expand as the city grew. They didn't feel that their prime location was in the midst of the university neighborhood. But as they moved to Cooper Avenue, that opened the door for the city to talk about what is, the appropriate use for this site. So it was mutual, and the city provided incentive to relocate the business.
Perfect.
Well, that's all the time we have this week for our TV News Package video. Big thank you to Matt Glaseman down at St. Cloud City Hall for sitting down and doing the interview with myself. Also, a big thank you to Coburn Plaza Apartments for letting me take a tour of this wonderful venue. I'm Caleb Wires, and this has been COMM 241.